switching to toe. Ninja, push toe. 2. Reflex, chippy pitch running up and to it left. Running up. 2. Ninja, stream takeoff. 1-0. Ninja 2 if you call when the flight is over and when your wheels up, call on the tail frequency that Ninja's over. Two airborne. Ninja airborne. Departing to the south. That's visual on 1. One's on the fleet climbing, reference 200. Yeah, in your 10 foot. Ninja, push radar. 2. Ninja, departing to the south, switching to radar. Ninja. Next, 40 knots, across flight follow. Ninja, arrow right, 2. Holding for you, lagging or you recover. So what do you want to do? Do you want to 2 and 3 try for initial BFM? Do you want to for Ninja 2 and 3 to go for initial BFM? Or just do you think you're in a position to do some BFM?
3, is it really steady, no lag so far? Alright, Flynn, I think what we should do is revert back now. I think if he's good so far, I think you jump out of that slot, jump into the back of Yogi's jet, and then we keep running how we were. If it's still good, it should be fine from now on.
Arrow, go. Down to your 1 o'clock.
Shit.
2 flow south. Two flow 120. Should see me at 9 o'clock.
Bye.
Some truck.
Arrow, go.
descend, doesn't he?
A 2 battle right, reference at 120.
Two, that'll do that.
Ninja call ready for neutral split, 1 ready. Turn out. Turning for combat, go. One tally. Lights on.
Nose down, keep your nose down. Losing your speed, keep your nose down. Keep the nose down, keep your speed up. Don't try and maintain your height.
I'll put you two into a different Discord channel so you can use Discord as your intercom.
Okay, so you need to get your nose down. He'll be descending. Get your nose down, maybe 10 degrees, 15 degrees, and then you can pull harder. Keep that 220. Use the height below you. You can go all the way down to base. Nice. Yep, that's exactly it. You get more performance. Get your nose down again. Then you can come up on him, getting him nice into the control zone. So get the nose down. You don't have to put your nose onto him. Get the nose down. Get the speed up. Improve your turn, and then put the nose on him. Yeah. Yeah. And then he's reversed his turn, and you never reverse your turn. So if you can see him, give him a heading to fly.
So I want.
And then tell him what altitude you're at, so he knows where to look. And you're in his 4 o'clock. And then get your speed back up to 360.
Visual. Non-visual. East.
So you could do a 90 degrees left, turn to the right, like a battle turn if you wanted. But we've already started now, so get out into battle.
Let's see how I go.
Be ready to call your joker.
So battle right, reference 090.
And if you want to, when you're getting off position, you can always get the speed as well.
One joker, one.
And if you wanted, you could say 2 joker 1 plus 1.
One. Ninja cool. Ninja ready for neutral split, one ready. Cool ready. Split go.
Okay, so this time, when you start your turn, don't try and do a level turn. Get nose down in these hawks. You just bleed speed.
Turning to combat, go.
So turn towards him, whichever way that is, and get the nose down. Pull to 220.
One tally.
Get the nose down. Overbank, nose down. So keep the nose down. I see he's gaining angles on you, and that's because you put the nose up at the end in the last 10 seconds. So if you keep the nose down, don't just follow his aircraft. Nice. So he's not turning very hard. Nice. Well done. It's because he's not turning efficiently. And he's staying up. Really, in these aircraft, the best option is, and they call it, say on 25 Squadron, you rate to base. So get to your rate speed, get the nose down, and you'll both spiral down.
One visual. Ninja set 360, try and 5000.
So generally when you're doing these sets, you know what altitude and speed you'd be at. So the minute you stop, the minute you roll out and get back into battle and terminate, he gives you a reference heading and you just climb up to the speed, this height that you started from, and get back on speed for the next set.
So you fly 210.
It's a nice little turn to get us back in battle.
One ready for neutral split, so cool already. Split go.
So just make sure when you start your turn back in that you're at full power. But I can't tell you.
Turn to combat, go. Tally.
Right, turn now, quick. He's not letting that happen again. Pull hard, get the nose down. Pull, 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 pull. Get your speed down. Keep the nose down so you get the max G as you go around. Don't bring the nose up. You can see he's in the scissors, nicely done. Watch the speed drop there. Yeah, if you can, you try and widen it. Let's try and get behind him.
Is that a straight continue? Nah, terminate. Base. Ninja flow west.
Yeah, One visual. Two flow 320. Okay. Two climb 6,000.
Great fight, boys. That was a really good one.
Yeah, I don't know if you know.
One ready for neutral split. Two call one ready. Neutral split go.
Yeah, he was turning before we merged because he wasn't going to get caught again. So you merge, get as close as you can, pull hard, get the nose down, start your turn. Never slacking it up.
Turning for combat go. One visual.
Start descending as well because you've got a bit of extra energy over him. Turn, turn, turn. He's giving you lots of room. Keep the nose down, keep the nose down, don't let it back up. Pull, 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 you're too much speed. If you keep the nose up, he's going to turn on you. You have to keep it down. Keep it down, keep it down, keep it down and pull. So you look at him, he's way down. He's going to gain lots of performance from doing that. You've got to do the same. A bit slow. Watch out for base. Nice. Got the speed back. It's a good turn. So now it's just about who's turning more efficiently. Then you can ask yourself questions like, what speed do you think he's doing? Is he gaining, or is he? You getting closer to him? Has he got more or less energy than you? Is he rating, or is he radiusing? Clearly he's radiusing, but these are the kind of questions. Nice. Yeah, so this time I would fly a bit less good. See if he can work his way around.
One terminates. BFM 1.3.
He said one terminate for
One visual. 2, flow 090.
Nice.
Do you remember when he says flow 090, just do it straight away?
Need to widen.
Yeah, the problem there was that 090 wasn't a brilliant heading to call to get you back in battle, but so your responsibility was as wingman is to just do what you need to do to get
2 times 6000.
This time, if you feel so inclined, perhaps fly at 250 instead of 220, just a little bit inefficient. Give him a little bit of a chance, see if he can bring it round. Be a kind wingman.
Okay, 1 ready for neutral split, 2 crew 1 ready. Split. Turning for combat, go.
Straight into that cloud now. Straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Nice. Okay, so I think that's a 2-circle fight, so we've got to again. Yep, 2-circle, so get your nose down and speed up if you can.
100 straight, but continue.
Oh, so I wouldn't call that letting him win. It's like the opposite of letting him win.
One Joker 2. flight 090.
Yeah, it's fair enough. It's just if he loses all the time, he doesn't learn as much.
2 flight 090.
That's fair enough. Well, then the other thing to do is when he's quite close, I think.
Ninja, last one.
So I would maybe practice letting him go up the canopy a bit and increasing your distance.
Okay, Ninja 1 ready for neutral split, Ninja 2 call ready. Split, go.
Yeah, just sort of put yourself in a position more for a missile shot than a gunshot. So a little bit further back, just to see if you can do it.
Turning to battle gate.
Yeah, the first turn you were a bit close, so you kind of got a bit, had to panic a bit. So that's a nice spot for a missile shot. So if you can keep him there, that'd be good. You reversed, you never reverse. Oh, that is bad. Whatever else you do, you never stop turning. That's for him. So that was just, you know, he was not turning, he's not max performing the jet. So whatever you're doing, turning left, up or down, you have to be max performing your jet. Once you've merged, can't ever slack off. Like you said, north.
Two arrow go.
Yeah, so even if you've merged and you can't see him, once you've committed to turning in a direction, you just keep turning. Keep it at whatever. If you've committed to radius, get it to 220 and keep it there, and just keep turn. And at least he's not gonna gain on you. He's not gonna, if he's in the same aircraft, he's not gonna gain angles on you. And then eventually you'll find him. Yeah, very good. Yeah, you just need to. So the real, when you're in these aircraft, they're not very high powered, and they're the same aircraft, same performance. The most efficient way to fight them is a rate turn to base, whichever one you pick. If it's 220 or 360, depending on what he does and what you choose to do, you always put the nose down to get extra performance, to gain angles, because he's the same as you. He's got exactly the same performance as you. He'll go down, and if he goes down, you have to go down. If you go down, he has to follow you down, because you're gaining performance on him by doing that. And these fights always end up neutral at base. You won those because you flew your plane efficiently at 220 or thereabouts. He was trying to get to 220, but he was slow and he was fast, so he wasn't performing as well. It's straightforward as that. Well, I'm a tiny bit ahead of you, but not by much. But there's only a couple of real rules for BFM. A couple of numbers for each aircraft that you're flying. Your rate and radius. In this case, because you're both new to this, really, you both immediately go to 220, which is kind of the cautious, neutral way of doing it, the safe entry into a merge. Other aircraft are better at rate turning, like the Viper perhaps, so you're best to keep your speed up. It's very hard to not, I always find it hard not to lose speed and lose performance. So it's doing the merge, spotting which way he's turning, max performing your jet, whatever you choose to do, rate or radius, and then the next time you see him, you've got to decide what he's trying to do. That's the really hard bit, is trying to look at him and go, is he slowing like he's doing a radius fight, or is he keeping his speed up and rating? And that changes what you do. That's the hard bit, I find. I think it requires quite a lot of discipline to keep your speed up in a rate, because it's very easy to, you start turning and pulling, and you can see him and you go, I can get him, so you pull harder and you pull harder. It's very easy to lose your speed, and it's very hard to get it back. Yeah. Yeah, so you've got to, and we don't get any, seat of the pants feel, buffeting through the airframe or stuff like that. So it's you've got to look at the airspeed quite carefully to make sure you don't drop it. Then when you get more, it's that first turn when you're going from 420 or 480 or whatever you've got, and you're pulling down to your corner speed. That's can be difficult to master. But it's good fighting. Yeah. When you're doing it with two Hawks, really, it should always end up in a neutral fight at base, because they're so matched and slightly underperforming jets. If you both do the right things, you'll always end up neutral, and you'll run out of fuel before anybody wins.
Ninja to tower, push 7.
Ninja push 7.
Ninja. To tower, Ninja, join 28. Two, echelon, go.
Ninja initial.
Oh, squeezing a bit. Nice.
Ninja, brake, land.
Make sure you're slowing down, because you don't end up a couple hundred yards behind them with your gear down. Do you fly these circuits at 800 feet?
Ninja, final, gear down.
That should be Ninja 1, final gear done. And you can't turn finals until he's gone halfway around his turn. Yeah, once you've done a run and brake, you're meant to be, a mile behind him. And he should be, the earliest you can turn is when he's halfway around his base turn. Yeah. Yeah, because he slowed down, he put the brakes and gear down really fast, and you didn't quite so much. A bit fast, I would say. Better. Very nice. Don't forget to put the throttle back, then forwards and back to go to max minimum. I always ended up going off the end of the runway. There's somebody dicking around in the overhead.
Two, push ground. Ninja taxi, heads out to parking.
So when you clear the active, you call for the flight, not just yourself. So it's not Ninja 2, clear the active to ground, it's Ninja, clear the active to ground. Don't think it matters really. Nicely done, good flight. Well, that's fun, I like it. I like sitting in the back of these jets. Well, that guy doesn't look like he's doing strictly tactical things up there. Or 10 o'clock. Don't know, haven't heard one on radio. Nice, but not really appropriate in a server like this. Well, you can do that, but you know, what if somebody's actually...
Right, gang. Right break if you need it. And if not, we'll jump straight in. Oh yeah, well, oh you can watch that one. Yeah, he's doing some aeros practice. Although I did not hear him on tower. Has it? I did not hear him on tower. We'll be having words rage. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I didn't hear him on the radio.
Well, he's on the radio, is he?
Well, I haven't heard him.
He should have said something. He should be on the radio. If he's doing arrows over the tower, he needs to be on the radio.
Yes, he does. Shouldn't be doing arrows in the overhead anyway.
No, he shouldn't.
Giving us a bad name.
Right. Sick. Well, that concludes BFM. So, well done, Yogi. Did really, really well in terms of killing us. No one. We scraped base. There was a point where both of us went through base. It's just literally. I was saying to Matt, it's just literally just recognizing the signs, and moving on from there. So yeah, don't worry that you bloody lost them all. As I was saying, Matt, it's once you get the hang of seeing the signs of what to do, then you're good. So yeah, yeah, and so yeah. So the big one is, I think the big one for both of you today is just making sure that obviously when you get close to base, obviously when you're in actual fight, the base is the base, the ground is the ground. But if you're at like 8,000 feet and you put your nose straight down and you go for like almost a split S, you will fucking go straight into the ground more than likely. So just be aware of the ground, yeah. Be aware of the ground. I know it's quite hard with the HUD when you're having to do a simulated base height. But yeah, it still happens in normal BFM. People will go see fit straight into the ground. It's quite funny when it happens when it's not you. So, yeah, how did it go for yourself down the line? Good points. And then anything you think could do better in the future or something like that, or anything like that that you want to raise a debrief point on. Right, so 1 then 2. No, I can hear you. Can you not hear me? I heard you. Disconnect and reconnect, Yogi. How about now? Yogi, disconnect and reconnect.
Can you hear me?
Disconnect and reconnect. Yogi,
Okay.
disconnect and reconnect. Say something, Matt. Not Matt though. How about now? Is your client? Have you actually on? Have you got him muted? I think you've muted him. There we go. Right click Matt and click on mute. Say something, Matt.
Right, there we go.
There we go. So,
It's always user error. Computers do exactly what you ask them to.
So as I was saying, I think overworld assault went well. As I was saying, I think I could do better in the fights. Missed a lot of cues, but at times I feel like I had advantage, but then blew it, even if it was briefly. Other than that, it went quite well. Good fights.
yes.
The scissors was fun.
Brilliant.
That's
Yogi.
all I got.
Hmm.
I was a bit worried that one of you was going to tip straight into the water, which is why. Yeah, I said at first we had a scrape, continue, and then I saw you go even lower than us. I was like, oh great, here we go.
It's
yeah.
difficult whenever you're trying to not ping the base and you're in a rolling scissors. How do you stop without losing the advantage or without giving your tail? How do you avoid base? And then also, because you're head out, keeping padlock the whole time, it's very difficult to know where you are in relation to the ground. Very hard.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How much time do you spend looking at the target compared to looking at the HUD? Because I spend very little time looking at the HUD.
Yeah, very little time looking at the hood. It's just literally just quick scan, look at the target, quick scan at the hood, check altitude, look back to target. It's like that, really. It's a quick look, really quick.
Yeah.
90% target, 10% hood. But quick snapshots of the hood. Yeah.
Just to check your speed.
And altitude too, yeah. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. The thing is with the F-16, obviously you have the HMD, so you don't have to look back. But I sometimes look back just to see like what my nose is looking like, and it kind of gives me a perspective in 2D. I didn't really do it in 3D when I was in VR, but with 2D, because I don't get that kind of 3D feel, I sometimes look back to my nose just to see what my nose attitude is kind of looking like, because I just don't feel it very much in 2D. But in 3D, when I'm in VR, it's so much easier. So yeah, that's a big one. If you're in VR, it's just so much. Life's so easy. Depending on your taste. But yeah, so yeah, to answer the question, 90% out target. Pretty much padlock yourself to the target at all times. If you lose sight, lose a fight, but of course keep fighting like he's on your 6. Never give up.
You will know that obviously once you've merged and you're turning, you can afford to. You shouldn't, but you can afford to look away because you know where he's going to be. He's not going to suddenly change huge amounts of position. If you're in a stable turn, he's in a stable turn.
Yeah.
He's not going to suddenly, if you're looking over your left shoulder, you're both nose down. rating to the left, he's not suddenly going to appear on your right shoulder.
Yeah, I noticed that a few times. I started to get that when we were rating, that I didn't really need to be looking back a lot. I could concentrate more on my velocity vector, like Rich was screaming in my ear about. And yeah, because I realised that he's not really going anywhere, is he? He's going to always be there somewhere in my rear quarter.
Yeah, especially if he's
on my
in your
6-9 line.
Yeah, if he's kind of in your control zone where he was quite a lot of the time. You know, he's not going anywhere unless you're lucky.
Oh,
I think what must have been happening was you were not flying at your 220 radius speed, whatever it was. You were, whether it was 360 rate or 220 radius, you were not on that speed.
Yeah, we were more most of the time. We were around about 190 to 200 knots.
Yeah,
and that's why it's coming around on us.
Yeah, so I was pushing UE to be 220. So that's why we kept on slowly gaining. Because when you're in these aircraft, and these are the same aircraft, they're underpowered. If you start from a neutral merge, you should end up doing the same turns equally. If you're flying efficiently, you'll go round and round and round, and then you'll end up at base, and one of you'll run out of fuel.
Yeah.
So the reason that you were getting pinged was because you were flying slightly less efficiently. I've never figured out how to do that.
Here's the rolling scissors.
This is the scissors.
This is great work of keeping job of looking at him here. This is really good. Thing is with the scissors is you don't need to look at your speed so much because it's all about, flying upwards, getting the guy to fly out in front of you, and then coming down and we're using that speed to try and get behind him. So with that one, it's not about speed; it's just about the energy and keeping him tally. Of course, looking at the altitude, remember we are coming down slowly and slowly and slowly here. So this is the point where obviously you can see we come down a hell of a lot, but then we don't go back up. You can tell as every single time. And there you go. That's altitude, whatever the altitude was there. We went back
2.9.
to 2.5. I think it was. I saw 2.5 was the lowest we got. Yeah. Nice little rolling scissors though.
Is that OBS, Rich?
This is not me. This is Matt.
This is me.
Oh,
no,
right.
just G-force.
I'm watching him on Discord, so he's seeing through mine.
Oh, right. Sorry. So sorry, Matt, is that OBS? Are you recording it?
OBS or is it NVIDIA GeForce?
And GeForce Experience.
GeForce.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's really good because it doesn't really hit your frames when you record.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you need to keep your nose down a bit.
I think
Getting
we're
a bit of performance. All right.
I think we're on the hard deck here.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What's fun is you can add like the videos and the SRS into the TAC view, and then you can see from the POV and you can hear the radios.
And this is where it always ends up neutral at base.
Yeah.
Until you run out of fuel.
And here we are slow now, which is why he's coming around the corner.
I think you tell me to level and pull here.
Yeah. That's why you can't really do anything else when you're at base. If you go up, you lose speed, he comes around and shoots you. Just literally just best rate speed and go around as much as you can. sometimes find that if you're still losing the fight when you're at best rate, doing some extensions, some pulls, anything you can try and do to try and change any of the fight, change the fight as much as possible. And of course, when you see him pull for guns, that's your time to really pull and try and see if you can overshoot.
We're going to go tack view.
Yes.
Yep.
Live.
I'll stop this.
So is that just in the GeForce Experience software?
Yeah, you just press Alt Z and Alt F9.
Wow. Revelation.
Alt B, is it? Yeah, I've changed mine.
It's been instant replay is good as well. It'll automatically record your last 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you set it to.
Okay.
I've just crashed my fucking computer.
All right. So is that the Alt Z overlay?
Yeah.
Right. Great. And does the video does it clip the edges of the VR?
Oh, I don't know about VR. I'm not in VR.
Oh, right. I'm on VR. That's the.
I think it shows you what you see basically. So you'll have the.
Slightly odd shaped.
Yeah.
Narrow.
There we go. Right, can you all see this?
Yep.
Right, labels not too small. Can you see those labels?
Yeah, they're fine.
Brilliant. Right, let's do this.
See.
Oh, nice, yes. This is the one. Is this okay? Right. So it looks like we lost tally initially. I remember now. Yes. We're coming around the circle really fast here. And to be fair, all we needed to do there was pretty much
back it up.
back. Yeah, we went downwards, and I think what's gonna happen.
Low yo-yoed when I didn't need to. He was slow anyway. I didn't realise how slow he was.
So back to
So then we're back to neutral.
Yeah.
Alex.
So we're about the same speeds at the moment. Same speeds. Now this is what's happened here. We've gone upwards. So this thing of pulling upwards just allows him to come around the circle.
Yeah.
He's pretty much got his effector on us. So he's going purely 210 knot in the horizontal, whereas we're converting a bit of our energy to height. So that means he's just going to be able to come around and then pull straight up into us. He's still lag at the moment. Yeah, if we were just turned a bit more. At this point, it's too late. So that one, you pretty much put that one down just pulling up, that pulling up thing.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Let's see, great lead turn there from green, from number 2. Look at the size of your circle there, Yogi. That's really, really aggressive. Aggression is what we like. Yeah, this one is just literally just out aggression does. So he's coming in at 400, look, and he's bled it straight down to rate speed, which is still good. So he's just gone right, pull straight into rate speed and like that. So he went down to about 230 there, and we're at 300. We've still got another 60 knots to play with, which is why he's just been able to get around that corner so quick and get into our control zone. Great bit of lag work there, Yogi. Let's see that again. Great bit of lag. See what you held lag there, and you're still really quite close. And a low yo-yo here, and there we go. He's in the control zone. All he needs to do is try and fight for that. So again, this pull-up motion there is what's done us there, and now he is in the control zone, and now he can pull. When you're inside the control zone, you can go slower than your guy because you're on the inside of the turn, and he can just hold the guns. Yeah. So it's a combination of Yogi being really, really aggressive when he needs to be, which is great, and then that kind of pull-up motion.
Well, also if you're Matt, when he came in, he started his turn. He was at 300, so he's neither at 360 or 220. So he's not getting rate or radius. He's kind of in the middle of nothing.
Whereabouts
So
going about?
right at the start, the first. You said Yogi's being aggressive. He's right down to 210.
No, the last fight.
No, I think
Yeah,
it's there.
This
I
one
was-
here, yeah. Same one. So
Yeah.
he's gone from 380 and he's just pulled around that circle, bled round to 210, from 380 to 210.
Yeah.
He's pretty much at rate speed now, so he can hold that. Whereas
Yeah.
we've kind of held our speed without going down to best rate.
Yeah, so you're at 300, which is neither good enough for
Yeah.
360 radius or 210 rate. So it's like you've not made a decision which to go for.
They just pull straight into a rate speed. So it's the same with the F-16. So you'll be coming in at 500 knots, like no more than 500. But then as soon as you pull in, like the rate speed is straight onto 400 to 440. And if you've got light stores, if you quite a light one, you can go 360 to 440. I normally kind of keep it 400 to 440. Yeah, as soon as you're there, you never want to touch 500 again, for example. Otherwise, the guy's just going to outrate you. There's the same thing in there. That's why that happens. Right, here we go. Here's the next one. Nice bit lead turning. Let's see the incoming ins. So we're coming down with. So see this right here. He's on our lift vector and we're on a 6. So technically we're winning. We're giving ourselves an advantage off the mark. Let's see what happened. A nice little bit of low yo-yo coming up. Nah, overcooked it. Overcooked it. So what we should have done is we should have come aiming for this control zone here. In lag, we've gone to lead.
Yeah,
Oh no, we've overdone it completely. Yeah. Overdone it. Then it became a radius fight, and we're not at radius speed. He's at radius speed more than we are. Lower speed. Oh, let's see. I think this was the rolling scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what's happened. So when it became when we overcooked it, and we ended up turning it into a radius fight ourselves. He's slower, which is why, of course, you can see from top down perspective there. You can see his circle smaller than ours, so which is why he's obviously made it and he's neutralized the fight. And now it's just literally who can get the slower and get the other one out in front, which is this. So you can see how Yogi goes up to try and get you out. So we're going 240 knots there. Yogi goes up, and he's now at 200 knots going up. So not all of his momentum is forward; it's going upwards as well. And that's how he's got there. So we need to do the same every time we go up. Now this is really good. We've gone on to 117 upwards. This is great. So you remember now screaming like up, up, up. This is it. This is perfect. Let's see it. So let's see it from the top down perspective. You'll start to see who's winning this. So the axis is north here. So it's a neutral one here. Yogi starts to win it here. He's at 160 knots there. Climb. So the thing is, when you come down from the top, you want to build that speed to at least get yourself up there. Otherwise, you'll just stall and die. So let's see it. 190. And it's very neutral right now. So neutral. Look at that. Yogi's winning it now, but we're getting close to the to base. And we neutralize it. It's still neutral. Yogi does seem to do well with this, but then if you just neutralize it, which is great. And then we change it. Yeah, that was it. Let's see how close did we get. Yeah, 2.5. I was say if I let that kept going, you can kind of see it. Look at that. You can see the trajectory.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it always happens, And then of course, but the thing is, yeah,
Well, you should end up at base every time, because
Yeah.
if you're not at base, the hostile will push down and gain performance from a bit of height, and then you have to do the same, and then he does the same. So you're constantly being greedy, and you end up at the bottom, where you just have to make sure you don't ping it.
It was a very nice little rate fight though. Or sorry, rolling scissors. Very good. So here we go. Here's the next one, incoming speed. So we've got 330, 340 versus 360. Really nice. It's pretty much a neutral, almost just looking at a lift vector at each other. So that's looking good. In fact, what am I doing? Let me put the lift vector on. How about that? Where are you? Not that
On
one.
along, I think that one.
There's one. There we go. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. There we go. So you can see these little, you've probably seen these before. So the darker the color, the more you're pulling. Okay, so you can see the light reds is not pulling very much. Black is like you're pulling so hard. Dark red, you know, is pulling very hard. Black is the hardest. Okay, so we should be seeing like red the entire time. Dark red the entire time, pretty much. Right, let me just analyze this as we're going through.
So you see the way Matt's gained a little bit of angles. That's because you stayed nose up. See your nose up there. I was pushing you to get it nose down, nose down, nose down.
Yeah, here, look. And speed as well was too high. See, we're a bit too high in our speed as well, but we're coming down in the yo-yo. This is great. Really good. Now we overcooked this one as well, Matt. So we should be
Yeah.
aiming
I've rolled out a bit here, yeah.
Yeah, rolled out, aim for this point here. Just remember, we're trying to just basically get into his path, his previous path.
Turn circle entry.
Yeah.
That's the name of it.
So just that. So we were gone a bit too close now to where we needed to be. But this is really good in terms of being aggressive. Really nice. But then we get really close. Now this is what happens when we fuck up. We're now going up. We're losing our speed. So ground is at, so we're at 3.8 at the moment. So what we should have done is that here, we should just be completely level now. Level and keep this speed and no less. So this was 220. So if you'd leveled the wings right here and it's not gone up, we'd have been so much better.
Right, yeah.
So much better.
The flat 90 roll, yeah.
Yeah,
full.
flat, literally just keeping it flat along the base. Now, of course, you would have the grounds to like contour against, but of course, whereas you're contouring against your HUD, your HUD altitude. So yeah. So right now we're now at 200. We're climbing, so we're not even getting the full performance. Let's see. So Yogi's keeping around about 220 the entire time. He's at 200 there, and then he starts bringing it back now. 200. That's best rate. 220 to 240. We come back into the fray. 230, 240. So you see, look at that. He's actually now coming down our canopy to the front. And you can tell if you're winning the fight if he's further forward in your canopy. If he's further up here, you're winning the fight. If he's there's our lift vector, the little arrow there. Behind that, we're losing the fight. So we've now transferred it to a bit of a neutral fight. Look, there's our lift vector. He's right down the middle of it. So we've neutralized it. Let's see what happened. Yogi's really slow.
You're not just flying a bit too fast.
Probably is a bit too fast. So you're at 190. So yeah, well it doesn't make a difference with that. It's how fast you get around this circle. Let's get the turn rate. There we go. Let's go from here. Here is the turn rate. So you can see TRT there. That's turn rate. I don't know what the T last one, but basically that's how many degrees per around the circle you're going per second. I think it is. Yeah.
Higher is better, isn't it?
Yeah, higher the better. Yeah. So for example, 220, 16 degrees, 200 to 20. 230 was, what was that? 230 was.
But it's like an instantaneous. It's not a, you can pull and get a high turn rate, but you'll slow down.
Yeah. It's constant state, yeah. So at 240 we're getting 16. 200
Yogi's at 17 or whatever it was. 19 is that?
19, 170.
So he's just 3 degrees faster.
He is. We're at
Around the corner.
220 and we're at 15, 16. This is different.
So is somebody?
So now we're at 17, both 16.
So somebody got their nose down and somebody hasn't.
One of us is higher. Let me bring back these trails. So we are level along base.
Yogi looks like he's relaxed a bit through that last 360. the radius is increased.
Now our nose is coming up. Look, as our nose comes up, our turn rate goes to absolute hell.
It's good to see how much it
50?
buffs it though.
Let's have a look. So you're pulling really not too hard now, and now you're letting the nose go. But you're at 160. 160 is like 15 degrees. That's honking. There. What's happening with ours? We're at 230 at 15. So it's like 220 and 180. No, not 180, but what was it? What were you at? 160. So 220 and 160 is almost the same turn rate. .240 gives us a roundabout with a pretty much level rate. So 240 gives us around about 17. 190 still, your nose is slightly up. It's gone down to 18. So 190 and 240 pretty much the same. And I think what the killer blow here is that Yogi's got a bit of height. 13 degrees. This is the nose up action, wasn't it? And he just brings his nose down. 20 degrees at 200.
So it's a combination of Matt coming up and Yugi going down.
Yeah, that was, you got 20 degrees purely because you're coming down there. Not too much. It's not too much of a crazy one. .20 degrees. We're both at 200 here. 20 degrees.
What's the best things you can do to jink?
Just literally go the other way. So get out of the hostiles lift vector.
Like barrel roll and stuff.
Not even so much barrel roll, but just literally just quick. Because a barrel roll, it's easy when you're inside the. Once you start the barrel roll, you can see where he's about to go. But just doing quick stints, like a little bit of an up one, a little bit of a left one, while maintaining control. If you do a barrel roll, you will stall out, and the hostile will be able to see where you're going, if it's a human, that is. So yeah, just doing quick left, a quick right, getting out of the lift vector.
You're a bit stuck. To be honest, you're a bit stuffed. Once you're so defensive, you just have to hope that you're an ACM and you've got somebody else up on the perch who's going to come down and going to come down
Kill the
and
guy.
kill the guy for you.
So let's see
As long as you've got him cornered in your 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Let's see these turn rates. So you got a really good lead turn there, Yog. Let's see you bleed off the speed to rate speed. See us. So we're still way too fast here.
No, I've learned something new now.
Extending out to come back in. Now that is an actual strat to go about,
So if there'd
extend
been,
out and then come back in.
if you'd had missiles, you'd have had a shot there.
You would have, yeah. It would have been shot right there, yeah. But guns only. Let's see it.
We've gone 2 circle.
22 at 240. But now we're going down. We're going to get 25, 240 in the low yo-yo from Yog. Now we fuck up here at 10, almost 9 at the lowest. This is us getting our nose high. If we'd had put our nose just lift vectors just straight on him, so literally, you see how Yog is lift vectors almost on us right there? Literally, if we just done that back to him, just literally put our nose, our lift vector, the little red line there on him and turn, we'd have been a neutral fight and we'd have been seeing it. But what's going on here? What happened here? Yog, I think you pulled up way too early. I think you should have extended out just a little bit here, closer to our line here, and then come up. I think. Let's have a look from us. And then us, we've just come upwards. We've come upwards. We should have nose down to base. We've committed the same sin, mirrored.
Yes, you've ended up back in a neutral merge.
Yeah. Right, really nice yo-yo there for Yogs. Let's see it. Now this is good. See where you're going for now. You're going for our flight path. And now it's gonna be another low yo-yo and you've finished us. That's it. Right, let's see it. You gain some speed back, 220. Yeah, at this point, we're out of the game.
And Matt's a bit too fast.
Yeah. At this point, here comes the jinking. This is good though. So you can kind of see where his lift vector is. That's where we're trying to try and jink away from, because all you have to do is pull into us. So right here, for example, going upwards, physically upwards, was a way to get out of his lift vector there. So we're just doing anything we can to try and get out of his lift vector. See, he has to roll his lift vector on to get the shot. So every time we need to roll away from his wings, basically.
Yeah.
And that's how you
I
jink.
understand it all better now. What from this?
Yeah. There you go. Look at that. So you're away now. He's trying to fight to try and get you in. And of course, being a nice smooth target like this. So once you're defensive and he's like right there with his nose on, being a really smooth target is not what you want to do. You just want to jink around, do anything you can, and then just literally hope that either one, you've got a wingman, which is ACM, or two, he overshoots. Oh, the cat stood on the fucking keyboard, Freddy. Oh yeah, we got his turn. We got his shot. I think we got the last one here. Let's see it. Go on, Freddy. Go on. Hurry up. Get out of there. Let's see it. Sorry, let me come back here. Fucking distracting cat. Super effective. Very nice lead turn there from Yog. Oh, overcooked it. He went around the wrong side. So it turned into a radius fight here. So when you see a radius fight, what's the game plan? What are you going for? What's the initial thought straight off your head? It's a radius
Raise the
fight.
base.
No, that's a
No.
rate fight.
Oh.
What's rate speed? Or imagine you're in a car and imagine you're going at 60 miles an hour. How big is your turn circle? It's massive, right? In a radius fight, imagine another car at 10 miles per hour. Now put those cars in a car park and tell the cars they've got to get behind each other. Is the guy, and let's say now they're going nose to nose. Yeah, there you go. So you got to go slower. So when you see this happen, I immediately idle. Let's say I'm Matt here. I'm immediately idle. I'm immediately pulling heavy buffet, heavy buffet to drag that speed down. Not too much. I'm going to flip the jet, of course. But heavy buffet and then capture that speed once I know I'm winning that radius fight. As soon as I'm winning that radius fight, I'm making sure I'm not hitting the stall speed. But then I'll jump straight in. So this one here, it's literally who can get the slowest and get the other guy out in front. So who can go 10 miles an hour in their car compared to the guy doing 60 miles an hour. Now it looks like, looking at the circle, it looks like it was pretty much neutral. We're just one over the top of the other. So again, who can get the slowest? We're back into a radius. So we're doing 250. You're doing 200. Now you're picking it up. So you can see how you're winning that one. So you on this one, you can see the circles really. If you look at the circle sizes, you'll see who's winning it. So you've got, this one's really quite tight and compared to ones, which is why you're winning that radius. Now, we did commit a little bit of a sin here, Yog, which mean you wouldn't have started. You leveled off too early. You leveled off as you pointed at us, which means yeah, your turn circle intercept was a bit too early. Sorry, a bit too early. So you turned in, kept on going, continue going just a little bit more, and then reversed it before you hit our line, so you don't fly straight through our line, which becomes a horizontal fly through. Oh, they should be. Oh well, if you once you flip back around, it should be right there in front of you, like so. Imagine this, but just a little bit more. And what you could do is literally just point your nose just straight there, and of course wings level.
Well, I mean,
So
you're probably not going to get onto the turn circle and that from that entry. You're going to have to do another couple of turns around before you actually get onto his. So you're being greedy
every
again.
radius fight, it all ends up in the rate fight. So here we are. So Yogi won the radius fight here. First one to be able to reverse a turn starts to win, right? So you reverse a turn here. Now we could reverse, but we just fly out in front of you, which would be a bad idea. So now we're converting back to the rate fight. Problem is you can now cut inside of the circle and start to shoot us, which is what happens here. But that's snapshot
It's
one.
marginal.
No, it's just a matter of being able to turn back in and let's see it. Fight, fight, fight. The deck. Be cool if I could get like a simulated deck that we could see. That'd be cool. Great slowdown there from you, Yokes. You would have gone flying out. No, yeah. So this one is just literally hold it at base. We've gone upwards. Yoke's just gonna sit there until he can get in. And yeah, let's terminate. GG. But yeah, so that should hopefully open your eyes to a lot of the different things that's happened there. And if it was Rage flying the bloody circuit. So Rage is ex was it Belgian? No. Netherlands? No, Norwegian? I think it was Norwegian. So he did a bunch of stuff, next Norwegian Air Force, and then just as he was about to get to the Gripen, was it Gripen or F-16? I don't know if which one he is now. Norway, Sweden, I think he's Scandinavian, and it would have been a Gripen, yeah, but I can't remember. Yeah, they've just binned them all off, haven't they? Or most of them, F-16s. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, just before he got to the front line, yeah, yeah, just before he got to the front line, he had a medical issue which booted him out of the Air Force. So, yeah, really bad. Yeah, 9 flights for EasyJet. EasyJet pilot. Yeah. So he's done all this stuff what we're doing here, but in the Texan. In this bad boy. But the Norwegian version or whatever he is from. I forget he is from now. And let's see it. So let's see the break. Nice. Would like it a little bit closer. Practice makes space. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Go. Nice. Roll, pull, idle, air brake. Now let's have a look at the speeds as we go around. Should be continuously coming down at pretty much steady state. Okay. We do end up very close here. And it looks like you're really quick there, Yogs. What's your speed? So looking for basically see the G at the bottom left there. You're looking for that to basically be 1% of your speed. So like 360 knot, 3.6 G, that's what you're looking for. And idle though, that's the big one. Ah. Yeah. So as soon as you roll, that's your idle. I think that you still got some throttle on at points. Obviously didn't bring it down quick enough. Which is why otherwise it would have been pretty damn close. Would have been perfect. And of course Rage shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be there. And he should have heard us as well. It's really weird. I didn't hear him at all. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Bit weird of Rage to do that. And there you go. GG. So yeah, call that one good. It's just literally a matter of practice. And then yeah, send it. There are quite a few BFM servers and the guys there are pretty good. One I'm part of is where are you? Where is it? DCS Dogfighters. And these guys have their own servers, so sometimes I go on there. And these guys, there's some guys that are absolutely fucking insane. All they do is just BFM, BFM, BFM. Same guys every single time. Although I don't have a clue about those guys, never seen them before. But yeah, you'll see the same guys at all the same time. All they do is just practice BFM, BFM, BFM. They never do anything but BFM. It's quite funny. So yeah, if you wanted to do some more, train with those guys as well. DCS Dogfighters. They have their own little server you can join in. But yeah, it's quite funny. You don't be annoyed if you lose. When I went across, it was probably about a month ago, probably a bit more than that. And I fought against two different guys, had about 10 sorties per guy against them. air starts, just head in, and then you go from there. And I lost every single one. My arse was sore. But the idea was I wanted to fly against some of those really good guys just so I could learn. So you either win or you learn. That's the way I always try and think about it. You win or you learn. So yeah, that's one great thing. But yeah, so the next one is going to be your actual check flight for both of you. So you won't be able to do this one together. You'll have to do it separately, and it'll be you, and you'll be off with an instructor, who will then basically be flying everything we've done. Okay, and you'll be just basically being assessed as basically as a wingman itself. Okay. So one big one, by the way, this one's mainly for you, Yogs. Don't call 234 when changing comms. Just call 234 when you're on the actual comm and we do the ninja check. Okay. So if I say let's do like a practice one here. So on the front box, so ninja to tower, that's where we tell them where we're going to, and then we'll say on the back box, what to push. So if it's a certain stud or a certain frequency or whatever. So ninja push, 251 750 for tower, let's say. Okay, we all go over there, and then we'll go through down the call from there. Okay, so it's a little bit of a weird one because it is an actual order, but what we'll do is we'll confirm the order over the other side. Okay, but of course we'll do it on the ninja frequency, on the new frequency, and the check-in. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So if I went, ninja to tower, ninja push 7, we don't say 234 there. We say it when we're actually on that frequency on the front box as well. So yeah, so let's say we go to magic, which is a classic GCI one. It's a bit of a weird one. There's always a little small rule, and there's always a reason for it. There's always some stuff there. So yeah, so 234. Yeah. 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 So we don't bother with the 234 on the back. We just go straight there, and then we check on the front, and then we should be able to get everything done.
Wait, so when you say push 7 tower,
Yeah.
you don't call 2 or 3 on the back box
On the back box.
before switching.
Yeah. You just change straight
You,
across, and
right.
then we'll call Ninja 234. And if someone didn't hear it, then we'll say that 2. Make sure you heard that one. 2 check
Yeah.
front.
Okay.
Stood this.
Who do BFM again in the check flight?
Yep. Not very many of it though.
Okay.
If you've got fuel at the end.
And then hope come in, fire ab, depending on your fuel state. I mean, you literally just get up, do an arrow, go into arrow formation, left turn, right turn, echelon. Make sure you can hold the echelon for about 5 seconds. Be quick with the echelon. Don't take 5 years to get in there. Imagine you're coming onto final approach, like you got to expedite, get in there. And then make sure you can hold it. You're not flying all over the place. Big one for echelon is trim. Just make sure you can trim. Once you've done that, straight into battle. Do some battle turns, 90 left, 90 right. Shackle, rotate, hook left, hook right. And then call ready for neutral split. 1 ready, 2 ready, turn out, turn in for combat go. Terminate when once someone wins or loses, whatever. And then probably 1 or 2 BFM sets. Make sure you're all good. You're not gonna fuck yourself up. Obviously, doesn't matter if you lose. The instructor shouldn't go crazy on you anyway. It's just to make sure that you're good. Okay. The guys, once you're on F-16s, yeah, as I was saying, some of the guys anyway, most of them will obviously fight until they win. But there'll be some guys that will just never let up. There's some guys that they're a little bit on the spectrum, but I'm sure you know who I'm on about. They're fucking, all they want to do is win. They're very analytical guys where the social skills are not quite the best, but they will fucking go for it. So yeah, but it's all practice at the end of the day. And ACM is a massive one. We practice. We do BFM flights on 11 Squadron, of course. But the big one to practice is ACM, because more than likely, if you're going to be in a BFM flight, you're more than likely going to have a wingman in it as well. But of course, it doesn't mean you rely on a wingman. You've got to hold your own in the BFM fight. If not, win it. So yeah. So that's a whole different story. Okay. Sound right. All right.
Pleasure.
No, don't worry. It wasn't your fault. So yeah. But whatever he did, it worked. So it sorted it. Yeah, that was weird. That was really, really weird. You might have had some. I have something called a bad. I call it a bad launch. Sometimes DCS is really, really stuttery, and I'm just like, it's just freezing all the time, like in the main menu. I have to close it down and relaunch it, and then I know if I've got a good launch of the DCS if the main menu is not stuttery, and then I'm like, yeah, we're good. We're good. This is the one. Yeah, you might have the same problem I do then.
I think that's it sounds
Yeah.
like a memory leak.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's DCS's problem. Like,
Yeah, it's a bit of a silly.
if you've had the client open for ages, then you can get memory leaks. I get them.